All right, I'm not entirely sure how long that took, but I have all 12 keys. It was pretty painless. It was definitely not as bad as I remember it being, but I still don't really love doing it. It is kind of just a tedious quest. All right, now we get our reward. This is long overdue. This is probably something I should have done a long time ago, but we're kind of getting to the point now where we need to min-max our damage a little more, and it's more relevant now, I would argue, than it ever has been before. All right, give me my reward, please. I'm done with this. All right. So, let's take a look at our stats beforehand. We're at almost 2.3 million range and 14,644 stat. That brings us up to 14.7. And either one of these will give similar amounts of attack. So, all in all, like I thought, that was about 100k. It's about 130,000 damage increase. I go ahead and drop this because I do not need it. About 130,000 damage increase, more or less, for us for where we are now. And about a 60 strength increase. So it was almost, as far as strength goes at least, it was basically the equivalent of a, almost the equivalent of a level in a symbol. That's also 2131 more attack power, which is huge, and I think that's where most of the damage range comes from. So it feels good to have that completed. I still don't really love that quest line, but it, you know, following a guide that does it as efficiently as possible, it's really not that bad. So I think next on the agenda is just going to be doing dailies on every character. And then if I have time, which is to say if I have not burnt out for the day, I will try to do my weekly bosses because I still haven't done them yet. And I really should because I do need the Mesos quite a bit. Good evening. Today is the day of the Destiny update. A lot of stuff has changed. A lot of stuff hasn't changed. It seems all of my options got reset. No, it just seems like it. They didn't actually. We got a fake 64-bit update. This is completely unusable. Awesome, very cool. My buffs got reset. So, a lot of stuff has changed in this update. Nothing that's super duper important, but there's so much I have to do. God, I have like a million things I have to take care of. So I have to do my weekly bosses, and I have to get the fairy art. I have to figure out exactly what it is that I need to buy on my like 50 characters that I play between Bera and Reboot. I have to cap on those characters, which is actually extremely frustrating because we just had a really long event that was filled with daily capping. I don't want to do that again. So I might just be really conservative this event and only cap on one character per world, because it's too much. I can't cap on 3 characters per world per day for 3 months straight or whatever. So while we're here, I got some good news. I have not done the choo-choo pre-quests. I was just being lazy and I wasn't gonna go there, so I didn't really need to do them. But finally, after all this time complaining about pre-quests, I can finally skip them. Okay, that really helps. Good thing you're telling me that I have to. I'm just not going to complain. I complain too much about stuff that doesn't matter. So I'm just not going to complain about it. If they want me to type skip the entire pre-quest, I'll do it. It's not a big deal. But I am very happy about this. This will save me a lot of time and stress. Also, in this update, they also allowed us to start skipping boss pre-quests. So I will be able to pretty much immediately complete all the boss pre-quests that I still need to complete on all of my characters. So I guess that's kind of the first thing to take care of. Then I need to hop on my Mihail and take care of that. Oh my god, that was amazing. I couldn't have asked for a better way to experience Arcane River. Feels like I'm playing a private server right now. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna try to do all the pre-quests on this character. So Magnus, oh my god, they're already done. I don't even have to do them. They're just done already. So I should be able to access all of these bosses now. OmniClean. I don't think I've ever done OmniClean on this on Reboot ever. But yeah, these are just all completed. Oh my god. I haven't done this one yet. No, it doesn't matter. I don't even need to because I'm not doing that boss for a long time. Ranmaru doesn't count and Princess No doesn't count. That's kind of dumb. I really wish they would change that because yeah, it looks like I still have to do the Princess No pre-quests. That's very cool. Looks like Akechi is already done at least. That's kind of awesome. Does that mean I can enter chaos mode for these bosses already as well? No, it does not seem like. I still have to do the 5 daily clears, which is not a big deal. Okay, so I'm gonna hop on the Mihail now, or at least attempt to. The servers in Reboot are full as hell right now, which is very annoying because I'm not even like a Reboot player. I have to do this because this is part of my progression. And the fun part about the server being full is that every time you try to log in and it says the server's full, it then kicks you out of the client. So that's really convenient and fun. We got in. I'm gonna do my weekly bosses. So there are a couple cool changes that are going to make this way better. Mihail got a damage boost. I went over it in the patch notes. This is taking forever to load. Mihail got a damage boost of, it's like 10%, but it doesn't actually like add up to 10%. I don't think. It's just all of my main attacking skills are now stronger by 10%. Like this does more damage. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what they changed exactly. I can't believe my Radiant Soul is still so low level. The biggest change that's going to make a difference is Air to Nova. This is going to make binding and bursting Lotus and Damien a little easier. So that's kind of nice, but I think I probably need to redo all of my buffs, don't I? Yes, of course I do. I don't know why they're forcing us to redo all these buffs. Sword Booster, Sharp Eyes, Holy Symbol, and Speed Infusion. I should have Speed Infusion. Where is it? Why am I not using Speed Infusion on this character? I could have sworn I had Speed Infusion. Oh, it's right. It's on my gloves, so it is a first job skill. Remember when that was the thing? And then this was the way to get decent skills? Wow, a long time ago. Okay, so I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and do my bosses. The damage buff is going to be nice, and the increase in value for the boss crystals in Reboot is also going to be super nice. It's going to be like insanely helpful because it effectively takes me from getting 900 mil per week per character up to, that was a random achievement. It effectively takes me from 900 mil per character up to 1.5 bill per character. I think that's roughly what it is. I don't know the exact percentage increase that is, but it's a solid increase. So I'm gonna go ahead and do these and get back to you in a moment. I'm also going to grab a pendant slot coupon because, well, I could just buy this. They're really cheap in Reboot, and in Barra, you can just buy them in the reward shop, so it's not that big of a deal. Oh, hey! I didn't know that Holy Cup was better than what I had. Alright, let's get to it. Oh! Damn, oh my god, we got link skill presets. We have link skill presets. I'm so happy about this. So goddamn happy about this. Alright, now I can set these up on all my characters and I never have to think about it again. It'll just be done. It'll just be taken care of. Empirical knowledge, that gets added. Some 15% boss damage, of course. I think I'll pass on that for now. Ah, yes. Mihail's new incredible link skill. Status resistance. Yay. We're all so happy about that. Okay. Nice. All right. I'm super happy about the link skill presets. Okay. Oh, my crit rate is really... Why did my crit rate go down so much? Okay, I have to change this preset, apparently. We get rid of Unfair Advantage and add Phantom Instinct. Save that. Apply that. Okay. Right, that's all taken care of. So, let's go do these weekly bosses. Alright, bosses are done. I did all of them. Lomi and Akechi and everything before them. So let's see how much we get. We started with like 20 mil. $1.3 billion Mesos, not including Princess Snow. I still need to do Princess Snow. I don't know when I'm going to get around to that, but that is a lot of Mesos. And that is a very welcome improvement over what we had before. A couple things I noticed while doing these bosses. They don't drop occult cubes anymore. So occult cubes might actually maybe be a little harder to come by in the future because you would get a couple hundred from doing all those bosses every week. I don't know where those came from. Large boss medal of honor. These are transferable. These drop from Lomian and Akechi. These EXP coupons are not transferable, making them completely useless. We get sparkling blue star potions and small EXP accumulation potions, all of which are transferable. So overall, these changes are nice. I am not the biggest fan of losing out on occult cubes because occult cubes are very useful, but I'll take what I can get. What am I looking for? I don't think there's anything here that I really need. I just need to claim my rewards. 2660 reward points. Wait a minute. Philosopher's books are in Reboot? What? Okay, I have to look at these patch notes. Let me take a look here. The reward rates for the items are different. So yeah, they're available in regular servers and Reboot now. Holy shit, you can get an Outlaw Heart and you can get a Fire Starter Ring, a Breath of Divinity. These have the same rewards as you can get from a the Marvel machine. You get a ton of arcane gear. Are there battle roids? Yes, there are battle roids. Only in regular servers. And in Reboot, I'm guessing they just took out all of the pay to win stuff. That's... yeah, they just took out a lot of the pay to win stuff. Okay. Kind of. Odd. Okay, real quick. I was wrong. These are actually transferable, but the vouchers are not transferable. So you have to get the drop, use the voucher, and then you can transfer the bonus EXP coupon. I remember one of the reasons I stopped playing Reboot was because I was tired of farming Mesos all the time. And that's why when I came back to Reboot, I wanted a vac pet because vac pets make farming Mesos slightly easier. The amount difference is probably less than 10% in terms of actual rates. But the luxury is way worth the cost. But if we take a look at the total Mesos that I have available to me, I'm sitting at about 1 bill. I was really optimistic thinking I could earn 5 billion Mesos in a week because it is already Monday and I've barely even reached 1 billion. So I'll probably just shoot for 2 billion and then get whatever I can from the weekly bosses. And then we will use those Mesos to 17-star a couple things. I'm not going to throw any stars on this cape, I don't think, because it has nowhere to go from here. And like I mentioned before, the cost of starforcing a superior item is very high, and they can get destroyed very easily, and it's a huge pain in the ass. It would take like tens of billions of Mesos probably. That might be a little much. We'll say anywhere from like 10 to 15 billion Mesos, I would guess. I've never actually 15-starred a superior item before, but 10 to 15 billion Mesos kind of sounds like ballpark. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But I'm not going to be starforcing this because it's kind of just a waste. We're going to keep going with the original plan. I need to get my hands on a 140 cape. That's not going to be too hard. We need a 17-star the Fafnir weapon. We need a 17-star all the CRA gear. I already did the helmet. I probably won't include that clip, but from the Blooming Forest event where we got the 17-star Karma scroll, I went ahead and threw it on the helmet just because I figured that would be the smartest choice. In retrospect, I probably should have put it on the pink or the black bean mark because I do not have an easy way to get duplicates of these, and I'll probably be using this for a long time. But my thought process was this CRA helmet is almost never going to be replaced. This black bean mark will be replaced with, what is it called? Sweetwater? It'll be replaced with Sweetwater sooner than this will ever be replaced. So I guess my logic was kind of on point there. But yeah, if I can 15 or 17 star these two things, that'll be a solid damage increase. And then I can look to see if there's anything else that I really need to do before I start attempting Lotus and Damien. Now, Damien is harder than Lotus, and we're still in the damn process of leveling up symbols. It's taking forever. I was not joking when I said that there's a really good chance this Hayato will reach level 236 before all my symbols are maxed. Or level 10, I guess. Maxed for tier 1. So, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. We'll have 720, so we're going to get about 700 more strength from the symbols. But we're at almost exactly 15,000 strength right now. That's not quite enough to solo Lomian yet. It's really close. We're like getting there. But I think I'm really going to need 17 star on a few of these items to do that. And I might, as much as I don't want to, because this will be replaced with an Absolab katana, it might be worth tearing this up to legendary just for the extra boss damage and stuff like that. I don't know yet. That's not an investment I'm gonna make until after I 17 star all these items and see where I'm at damage wise. I think 17 starring this gave me about 120 to 200k range. I don't remember, but it was a lot, and it was somewhere in that range of damage increase. So yeah, I don't really know. Looking at the coins that I have, because thinking about it, this Tyrant gear is going to be better than the Von Leon gear for a while until I can get access to Absolab stuff. Even just without any Star Force or anything, these are going to be stronger. But the cost of them is absurd. That is a solid damage increase. And keep in mind, this is with 0 stars, no flame, no potential, and it's already a damage increase. Unfortunately, weren't there Tyrant gloves? Oh no, the Tyrant gloves are from Critias. Yeah, I remember that. Wow, yeah. So I don't think, I mean, maybe if I buy a Hard Magnus reset ticket every week, I can probably get my hands on these. Because that would help in the push to reach Lomian. I don't know, I'm just now thinking about this. I think you get 9 coins per week, and I've cleared twice. One of those pairs of shoes is 100 coins, which would mean we're looking at about, well, let me just do some quick calculator math because my brain's not working right now. 100 minus 18 is 82. Divided by 9 means we have 9.1 10 weeks. And if I buy these Hard Magnus reset tickets every week, that would be reduced to 5 weeks. So the thing is, though, I don't think it's going to take me 5 weeks to finish this character. I it might take me more than 5 weeks to reach 20k stat, but I mean, for all intents and purposes, all I'm trying to do at this point is clear Lomian. Once I clear Lomian, I'm moving on. I can pick up this character again in the future, but it's been over 2 months of focusing on this character, and it's not a class I hate, but it's not a class I want to main. And for anybody who's ever experienced this sort of phenomenon of spending so much time on a class that you don't really love, it's kind of like, well, what am I doing here? This is like a waste of my time. So I kind of really want to get it to clearing Lomian, because once I get it to clearing Lomian, then that's it. That's the end of tier 1. But then there is the concern of being able to clear it consistently every week. I don't know. It's a lot. I'm trying not to think too hard about it because there is a lot that goes into it. I didn't even grab my Mesos. The whole point of logging into the Hayato was to grab the Mesos that I transferred. But for some reason, with the Destiny update, the cooldown time for reopening storage after you put something in it has been increased to like 8 minutes. And I'm not even joking. It's actually ridiculous right now. So we're at a little over 1 billion Mesos. Once weekly reset happens and I can do my weekly bosses, that'll give me another 2 billion, plus maybe 1 billion more from the Ilium. Considering I have that new rotation that increased my Meso income by a good bit. What was that, like a 30% Meso increase? I think it was like a 30% Meso increase from just switching maps and optimizing my reaction skills. But considering that I have that increase, it's only 2 more totems to get another 1 billion Mesos. So I think by the time I'm ready to invest anything else in this character, I am going to be at about 5 billion. Is it? No, 4 billion. It would be 4 billion, I think. Yeah, I will be at 4 billion Mesos. And the goal at that point will be 17 starring these 2 items. Then I'm gonna see where I'm at with Lotus, because if I can clear phase 1 Lotus in under 4 minutes, right? Like, we'll say 4 minutes is kind of like an arbitrary milestone that I'm setting. Because my Mihail currently in Reboot, not my Bara Mihail. My Bara Mihail's actually become a lot stronger recently, so it easily surpasses my Reboot Mihail now. But my Reboot Mihail can clear phase 1 in well under 4 minutes. So I think that's kind of a goal to shoot for. 4 minutes is the arbitrary number that I'm setting. Phase 1 on normal Lotus, I think I might have mentioned this, sort of sets the tone for how the rest of the fight's gonna go. With hard Lotus, it doesn't really at all, because I've seen people who can literally one-shot phase 1 of hard Lotus take almost the full 30 minutes to get through phase 2 and 3. So only for normal Lotus does this apply. What I should probably do while I'm thinking of it, I am going to demonstrate where I'm at with Lotus so that you guys actually have like a concrete idea of what we're looking at in terms of damage on Lotus and all that stuff. Kind of get an idea of how long it's going to take to clear. Let me see my preset. Oh my god, I cannot tell you how happy I am that presets have been added. That just saved me like 3 minutes. Not 3 minutes, that's kind of an exaggeration. That probably saved me about 2 minutes of bullshit right there. All right, normal practice mode. Let me go ahead and use my Zonko. But this is about the damage we're looking at for Lotus right now. Oh, no way. No. I'm out of potions? You gotta be kidding me. We're using elixirs. No! I cannot believe that just happened. I ran out of potions. Are you kidding me? Oh, that fight was going so well. Okay, so I don't know how much of that fight I'm gonna leave in, but what was originally going to be just a demonstration of how horribly slow it is to kill the first phase almost turned into a full Lotus clear. I am absolutely 100% more than capable of clearing Lotus at this point, which is kind of crazy. But if you look at this battle analysis, if we sort by accumulated damage, you can see Shinsoku was the top dog. Phase 1 kind of inflated Phantom Blade's damage a little bit because it was hitting all the little ads, which is why it says 130 enemies defeated. But Shinsoku is the bulk of our damage at this point, and what really needs to happen is I need to get a third Shinsoku node so that I can start leveling it up. So, because I'm so close to clearing Lotus already, even if it takes a long time, what is really important is that I get another Shinsoku node, and it doesn't even matter what it is, as long as it has Shinsoku. Hey, look, that has Shinsoku. Fantastic. All right. So, yeah, that fight actually went really, really well. All of my deaths were due to dumb mistakes. I had a couple deaths in phase 1 because phase 1 lasts so long. I'm actually really happy with the amount of progress I made on that fight. So, that being said, the plan doesn't change. I don't think I'm gonna avoid I think I'm still gonna get the 4 billion Mesos. I'm still gonna use them on this character to upgrade stuff. Do I have anything I can upgrade? Well, that doesn't really give me any more final damage, but we'll take it. Ah, this will be a extra 2% final damage. Thank you very much. I can go ahead and, well, hold up here, because that's decent. Oh, that's decent speed infusion. Oh, hold up there. Didn't even use that skill once, but I don't think speed infusion makes a difference for Hayato. I haven't heard any feedback on whether that's true or not. Unfortunately, to the people who are going to comment whether or not it will make a difference, by the time you've seen this video, I'm probably already done with this character. I've probably cleared Damien and we're done. But it actually still, don't let that stop you though, because it would actually be really nice to know whether speed infusion is important or not. So I'm just gonna go ahead and disassemble all these other nodes. I'm gonna try to put this, let's put this here so it has some more extra damage, because I really don't need damage on Instant Slice. Instant Slice is nice, but it's not going to be amazing. What will make another significant difference for Shinsoku is going to be reaching level 40, because that'll be an extra 20% IED, and Lotus and Damien are known for having particularly high PDR. So any little bit that I can get to alleviate that damage reduction is very welcome. I might be able to finish up Phantom Blade here. Let me see. I kind of want to keep this skill, but it's not really worth it. Okay, that's fine. Keep Arachnid Reflection. You know, I really don't need Holy Symbol that much anymore, but I'll keep it just for the sake of keeping it. Raison Rinzon are actually... Let's go ahead and craft a Phantom Blade node. I'm only going to be able to make one, but will this put me at the... Not quite. Close, but not quite. Do I have any event coins? I have 30. I could cap and get more nodes, but I'm probably not going to worry about that. Ultimately, this proved to be a lot more motivating than I thought, because as it turns out, 15k stat is actually more than enough to clear Lotus. You just have to be like decent at the mechanics and not run out of potions partway through. Looking at our gear, there's not really anything I can do right now that would make me stronger. I need a lot more investment, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I think I'm gonna continue farming Mesos. We'll be close to 4 billion Mesos in 2 days, because today is Monday, and I guess it'll actually be like closer to 3 days. And once that happens, we can start getting stronger, and then the Lotus clear will actually be way, way easier, because it's already possible. I could clear Lotus and have like probably 5 minutes to spare. Well, okay, I don't know about 5 minutes, but I could probably clear Lotus right now. But with the upgrades that I'm gonna get, it'll make it way, way easier, and the goal is not just to clear the boss necessarily. The goal is long-term to be able to... Oh, I didn't have my familiars out either. Yeah, I was missing a good bit of damage in that fight, so... Yeah, yeah, Phantom Blade, very close to max. That'll be a small damage increase as well. 5% final damage. I actually don't know if that's that small. And then getting Shinsoku up to level 60. Or 65. I'm like 99% sure these skills can only go up to level 60. I don't know why it says master level 50 plus 15. That's weird. Maybe I don't understand how nodes work entirely, but either way, we will get this skill leveled up quite a bit, because it is, I mean, it's my #1 source of damage. You can make the argument that burst is important too, but it's not even close to the amount of damage that Shinsoku was doing. All right, I have spent a lot of time talking and rambling, and I just made a let's play of the Lotus fight, which was impromptu and not expected, which that was a redundant sentence. I am going to take a break for now, but I will be back later today to farm more Mesos on my Ilium, and hopefully there won't be too much more delay between this clip and the clip of me clearing Lotus. Today is a good day, and I'll tell you why. Last night, I streamed MapleStory for the first time in a few months. It's pretty great. I plan on streaming more in the future, but you might notice that something's a little off about our gear. We don't have Von Leon gloves anymore. Instead, we have these weird antique root gloves. Well, it just so happens that yesterday on stream, I was able to clear Lotus for the first time. And I got myself 2 cores from him. He dropped 2 cores, and I did the scrapyard weeklies required in order to get the coins to buy a pair of night gloves. Now, I had a little bit of a problem with transferring these gloves. The first pair of Von Leon gloves that I was trying to bring up to 16 stars boomed at like 15. I eventually got the second pair to 16 and transferred them, But while I was trying to get these antique root gloves, oh, you have to forgive my mouse movement. It's currently plugged in because it's charging, so the cable is kind of a mess, and it's pushing the mouse right now. But when I was trying to 17 star or 18 star these, they boomed as well, and I had to get another pair, and then I ended up running out of Mesos. I've spent 1 billion Mesos trying to get these over to the Absolab Night Gloves so far, and I'm not entirely sure if it would have been less expensive to just go with these. I'm thinking it might have been a better idea to just transfer or to just try and 17 star these. But my thought process was, because Lotus drops are really valuable, I cannot risk booming these, which means I would need to safeguard them, which would greatly increase the cost. So I think that I made the right decision, because now with these being 12 star, I can bring them up to 18 star eventually, and then transfer them right over to Absolab Night Gloves, which will bring them straight to 17 star and make them way more powerful than anything I had. And it should cost less overall. Now, having said that, these Absolab gloves do not have a good flame. They do not have any potential. They will have potential when I transfer them, so that's not a concern. And in the future, I plan on bringing these up to legendary with at least 1 line of crit damage. Those will probably I'll probably try to make those the end game gloves for the tier 1 progression. And as far as flame goes, oh man, I think I'll probably spend wish coins on those, because as it stands right now, the only thing I have to spend wish coins on would be droplets, and that's not really... I mean, if I have the option of buying flames, like, you know, I might as well. So I could buy 10 of these now, and I think I will. There's not a whole lot to spend these harmony coins on from the weekly bosses, so this is probably my best bet. So we're looking for at least like 80 to 100 flame score. I want something really good. I probably shouldn't do it on this map because, again, this is one of those maps that just delays your inputs and sometimes eats them completely. Thank you, Nexon. So we're looking for really high flame score. So 6 and 30, 8 times 5 is 40, 48, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 78, which is not horrible, but considering the amount of resources I have access to, see, that's already an improvement in flame score. But if you notice, the attack difference is actually kind of significant. And I think that might be because we have reached a point where all stat percent might be more valuable than base strength. I don't know about that for sure. I know that it's not a linear, consistent growth of this is always how much percent all stat is worth versus how much base stat is worth. I probably should have just kept that 80. Oh, I probably should have just kept that 80. So we have 75. I can buy, what, 3 more? I don't know. I thought it was 5. Okay, so I have 5 more attempts. My standards are really high for these gloves because these gloves are never going to be replaced, ever. 22 star Abso set can get you through Black Mage, so there's almost no point in me resetting. I don't like that. It's not good enough. 55 strength. No, see, we're going to have to spend a lot more flames on this, I think, because it's just 80 is the highest I've gotten, and that's fine, but I want 80 plus some all stat. But yeah, my standards for these gloves are ridiculously high. I don't want to settle too hard for anything. So if I need to spend 100 flames on those, I will. And it's not the most efficient thing to do, but it's all about making my weekly bosses as easy and comfortable as possible. So any extra damage I can get is absolutely worth it. So there's not a whole lot more to say about the Hayato right now. You can see I had to go clear Von Leon after the Von Leon gloves boomed last night. That was fun. But there's not a whole lot more to say for the Hayato right now because there's not really a whole lot I can do. You know what though? I do want to check one thing because I'm not capping on this character actively during this event. And because I don't need any of the event rewards, I can go ahead and spend all of my wish coins. What are they called? Melody coins. I can pretty much spend all of those on these. I think I'm just gonna buy these regular Karma Rejuvenation Flames for now. I bought the other ones hoping for tier 7 lines, but these will be probably more than sufficient for getting a really high flame score. So again, you can see that for whatever reason, the 6% all stat is like a really high damage increase compared to just strength, because I'm pretty sure when I had 80 strength, it put me at like negative 18,000. So I'm not an expert on flames. Don't get me wrong. I know how they work and I know how they function in a general sense, but I'm not an expert to the point where I know where the threshold is, where it starts being that all stat is more valuable than base stat. So let me take a look. If I were to transfer these, that would be a 77,000 stat increase or damage increase. It would be 93 strength. I really don't like the flame on this. 45 and 6 is just not enough for Absolab. I know that that's like a decent flame, but it's just not, like, Absolab can go so much higher than that. I mean, we saw 80 stat flame like twice on these things, so realistically, it's not unreasonable to expect 80 base stat and 5 or 6% all stat, plus some weapon attack. But if this is what I gotta do, this is what I gotta do. Now, I'm not gonna transfer these yet because I wanna get the antique root gloves up to 18 stars and then just transfer it directly over to the night gloves so I don't have to safeguard and I don't have to risk booming. But I think I'm gonna have to just settle for this flame, even though I really don't want to and I really don't like it. I kind of just have to. See, these are the kind of flames I was getting on my real Von Leon gear. Whatever. I'm not going to dwell on it. All right, so yeah, I'm going to hop on the Ilium and we're going to do some grinding today. I am mad exhausted from that 5-hour stream I did yesterday. So I don't want to talk too much more. I don't want to do too much more. I just want to relax and grind a few totems to get a little bit of money so that I can hopefully try and finish starforcing those gloves. So I guess I will just get right to that. Whether I will be able to clear Damien today or not depends on a couple factors. First of all, RNG. Second of all, whether or not I have accurately estimated the capabilities of my Hayato. So, weekly reset happened a few days ago, and I have been waiting for this sunny Sunday, which is currently today, to actually even do my weekly bosses and all that other stuff, because this week's Sunny Sunday is 30% off Starforce. And while that event is not as good as the 5, 10, 15 event, technically speaking, it is still a Starforce event. And since I just last week got my hands on a pair of Absolab gloves, now is the time to get not only those gloves, but also my CRA top and bottom up to 17 stars. I should be able to have, actually, I'm not sure. Hold on, I need to check. By the end of this bossing section, I should have access to probably 3 billion Mesos. And that should be enough to get a couple things to 17. I don't know if it'll also be enough to get legendary potential on these Absolab gloves, though. So, it might not actually put me where I want to be, but it might be enough to get me through Damien. I don't know. I really don't know. What I have to do is I have to go do my weekly bosses and then figure out from there if it's even possible for me to do Damien yet. Because if it's not, in all honesty, my best option is just waiting a little longer. So, I'm going to go ahead and do my weekly bosses on Mihail. I'm going to do everything on Hayato up to and not including Lotus, because I don't want to have another struggle Lotus run right now. That's kind of just really fucking difficult, and I don't want to deal with it. But, if I can clear Damien, I can go ahead and sort of pump the brakes on this Hayato now. We'll find out if that's possible and if that's going to happen. Until then, I will be doing bosses. It's been about an hour. I did pretty much every boss on my Hayato and my Mihail. I have just a little over 3 billion Mesos, and it is time to go ahead and start with our first item, the Antique Root Gloves. The first goal is to get these to 18 stars so I can transfer them directly to Abso. I can do this safer and cheaper by 18 starring this, because I only have access to this one Absolab glove. So getting this to 18 stars without safeguarding is going to be the safer option and possibly the cheaper option if we get good RNG. So let's hope that we get some favorable RNG here. All right, already at 15, that's good, but we're not out of the woods yet. We still have a lot to go, and we still have this last, of course, always the last opportunity it has. All right, well, let's go buy another pair over at Downtown Black Market. This is now the second or third pair of antique root gloves that I've boomed, which is super, super fun. Okay, wow, I actually wasn't expecting that, but it looks like we did manage to get it up to 18 stars, which means I can transfer it over to the Absolab gloves and have them at 17 stars immediately. So that's wonderful. It only cost 1 bill, so that kind of worked out really well. Suspiciously well. So that gave us a whopping 600 or 700 strength from these gloves. There's a lot of strength on these gloves. And I think the next order of business is going to be 17 starring the CRA top and bottom. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, that's the top 17 starred. another 100 strength or so, and a good 20 weapon attack from that. Let's do the pants now. All right, and that is 17 star pants. Actually, not even that bad. So, next thing I'm looking at, I think, is, well, I can't really do a whole lot with this. Well, I could transfer this over to, I need a 140 cape. I have a 140 cape. So I could transfer this cape over to the Enraged Zachem cape, which does have higher stats. And use that as a placeholder. So I think I'm gonna actually do that right now. I think I'm gonna try. No, I'm probably not gonna bother trying to 15 star the Absolab or the Pincelier cape yet. I think I'm just gonna stick to one of these capes actually, because I have two. Because I just cleared Chaos Zachem and he dropped one. So. What I'm going to do is I have a couple flames here that I don't really have any use for. I'm going to see if I can get something good on one of these capes. This is a piece of the boss set. 64 strength is not bad. I think I'm going to go ahead and try and re-roll this other one, see if I can get something better. No, it does not look like it, so I think we'll go with the 64 strength, which is not incredible, but it is good enough. What do I have right now? Oh, wait, why am I even wasting money on this? No, I should be doing shoes. Oh my god, what am I doing? Okay, no. That was kind of a little bit of a waste of money, not that much. So, as far as shoes go, I could get the Root Abyss shoes, and I think shoes are going to be next on the list of things that I want to upgrade, because the HMAG cape is pretty solid, so getting a new cape would probably be, like, the least upgrade I could possibly get. So I think we'll go ahead and we'll upgrade to the Antique Root boots for now. And also need a pair of these. Yes, I'm good on that. So let me transfer... Doesn't really matter what I transfer these to. Just need to make sure I get them onto here. All right. Now, what I should probably try to do is 17 star these, but I think I might take a break from starforcing for a little while. I think I'll get these to 12. And then I will hold off on starforcing them any further. I really need a better flame on these shoes, though. This has practically no flame right now. And these are placeholders, because I should be able to get another... I should be able to get a pair of shoes this week from clearing Lotus and maybe Damien. So it might not actually be worth investing anything into this. Let me see how the... So I only have 180. I might be able to buy a couple flames. As long as I'm not spending Mesos on them, I think I'll be fine. Let me see here. Yeah, I can buy 3. There's a good chance that'll give me something a little better than what I have currently, which is practically 0. Of course, I need to leave this damn map, because this map sucks. Okay, let's get something like decent placeholder. I don't think these have advantaged flames, so I guess we're going to have to settle for 16. Like I said, I'll be able to transfer these over to Absolab really soon, so not a big deal. I love that this is still a damage increase after all this time. So one more thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and try and get this to 17. This is potentially risky and very expensive. This might, if this gets destroyed, this will take up the rest of my Mesos for sure. Okay. Good, 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 good. That was an okay increase in damage. And with that, I think we're good. And I can start kind of maybe... Okay, so what I'm thinking is that it might be worth trying to get these up to legendary, because if you look, I do have a lot of Master Craftsman's cubes. So it might be worth trying to get these up to legendary with a line of crit damage. So let's just go for it. I've already given up the 2-line strength that I had, so let's hope for a decently quick tier up. All of these cubes, by the way, were from daily bosses, so I'm not spending a penny on these unless I have to go buy more, of course. Is that all of them? Yeah, that's all of them. All right, well, let's go buy some more then. Unfortunate, but gotta do what I gotta do. We'll just buy 10 at a time. Okay, actually, good tier up. So next, we're gonna try to get this to legendary. Got some auto steal, which is cool. That is, I'm pretty sure that's a line you can only get with Meister cubes and Master Craftsman's cubes. All right. So now we're gonna do, well, we're gonna do the black cube thing because I've gone over it a couple times, and black cubes are generally the way to go for tiering up. So let's hope that 24 cubes is enough. This also has the added benefit of, if I'm not able to tier up, I can still roll for a good strength potential. There's that good strength potential I was looking for, so if we don't get a tier up, it'll be fine. All right, no tier up. Maybe a little bit of bad RNG there, but ultimately not the worst outcome. That puts us at roughly 16k total strength. Looking at the other gear, I could probably, well, actually, I don't really have a good replacement for the Noble Iphia's ring, so I actually kind of don't want to Starforce that yet. Not until I've established myself a little more. But, like, honestly, I don't think there's a whole lot more I can do at this point to make this character much stronger without 17 starring more gear or, look how freaking expensive this is. 55 mil for 20 strength. I would love to Starforce this, but it's just not worth it. So we're really kind of just at a spot right now where it's not really worth potentialing anything anymore. All my potentials are solid. I think this is probably a pretty weak potential that could be upgraded. 2 lines of strength would be way better. But 16k strength might be enough for Damien. I don't know. This should make the Lotus fight go a little easier, so I might go try him out first and see if it really made any kind of difference. Even after all of these upgrades, this Sweetwater Katana is still a damage increase, which is crazy. That is fucking crazy. All right. I am going to go take a break, and probably a little later on, I will start looking to clear Lotus again, because I know for a fact I can clear Lotus, and if I get 2 drops from him, you know, that'll set me up to get a pair of boots. Unfortunately, at that point, it's probably worth waiting another week to get more Mesos to get these to 17 stars, the Absolab shoes to 17 stars as well. So I guess it'll depend on what Lotus does, because if Lotus drops me 2 pieces, then I can comfortably wait and have an even easier time seeing Damien in I can damn! All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you to the very end of the Hayato section of this series. I want to say that kind of jokingly because there is definitely more Hayato stuff to come, but we have done it. We have cleared completely solo. If you want to give me the credit of doing this solo, even though I did use other characters, and I used link skills and all that. But without anybody else's help, on this character at least, I have cleared every boss up to Damien. Well, that's not actually entirely true. But I have cleared Damien, and that means anything easier than Damien should theoretically be possible, which means that this Hayato is officially on par with my other bossy mule, Mihail, who can clear up to Damien as well. Now, that was clearly a rough fight. It took about 29 minutes, and I lost almost all my lives. Now, I learned very quickly how to adjust. To the patterns that I had already learned from Hayato, or Mihail rather. And having the ability to do this on Hayato kind of makes a lot of mechanics that I struggle with on Mihail very, very easy. That's it. At this point, I got 3 Twisted Stigma Spirit Stones, which means I can go ahead and get the Absolab Shoulder this week. But that's it. I mean, that's everything right there. At this point, now it's just a matter of getting up to 20k stat, making these weekly bosses easier to clear, and then just farming up some Mesos. At this point, I can officially move on to grinding on the unnamed class and focusing on that character for the next couple months, so that hopefully my next boss mule is less of a rough journey and more of a smooth progression through the game. This was really fun though. I learned a lot about MapleStory doing this, and I feel like I'm a better player having done this. So I'm very happy that I did, and with that, I will see you guys when I see you. Thank you for watching.